Hi, I'm Sabrina. I am a Tamasha theatre playwright. You've probably just been looking at the clip on locations, which is about exploring areas in your own local neighborhood that could be a great place to set your play in. Today, we are looking at locations and actions, which is about how spaces can affect what a character does. So by now, you probably already have at least two characters. You have your inciting incident, which is the catalyst for all of the action in your play, and you have explored the relationship between these characters. What is the purpose of a location? It's really instrumental to the story you are trying to tell. It works best if it is selected with intention and not randomly. And it is also a really strong choice if it is the only location or setting in which a sequence of events can unfold for the characters in your play. Now, an example of this is one of my favorite plays, Nine Nights by Natasha Gordon, which is set in an open plan kitchen and living room. Nine Nights is about the ritual of celebration preceding the burial of a loved one. The setting of an open plan kitchen and living room lends itself really beautifully to this play because every single character coming to pay their respects has to come through this location. And so we will watch the action unfold in that setting. Now, a couple of questions to ask yourself when you're thinking of choosing a setting. Where would the characters meet and why? In the previous clip, CJ gave us the gorgeous location of a sinkhole. And what's really important when you think of a location is why there. A simple example would be perhaps character A works for the council, needs to fix something around the sinkhole. Character B needs something from character A and therefore goes to find them there. So it's not enough to just have a beautiful location. There has to be a reason why those characters will meet there. Another question to ask is how would the location change the behavior of a character, what they do? And third question is how to make the best use of the location that you've chosen. And I'm going to have an example coming up. One of my favorite places in my local area is the Lock. I set up the scenario that perhaps a father-daughter rowing day goes awry when the gate closure mechanism refuses to work. What I wanted to explore is how would these two characters act when this body of water starts to impact what they need to do and their safety in a moment of crisis. Another area I really love is the clock tower. I came up with a scenario that a boy selling tickets at the ticket desk finds out information about his life from a tourist buying a ticket. And what I wanted to explore with the scenario was what would a character do when faced with receiving private information from a stranger at a work setting. Now let's talk about dramatic action. And I think before we do that, let's talk about what action actually is. Action is a verb. It's a doing word. All of the action any character will ever do comes from what they want. Characters always want something. Action is what a character does in order to get what they want. Dramatic action. An example of an action is sneezing, but sneezing alone isn't dramatic. What makes it dramatic is the intention. So if character A, for example, wants to sneeze on character B with the intention of disgusting them, that is what you call dramatic action. Happy writing.